Good morning. Oops. Okay. Well, I'm feeling much better since my last video. I had kind of an epiphany this morning. Now, my last video I did, what is today? I get so confused. Today's Tuesday. My last video was Tuesday morning. I did that one. Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday. So it's been a couple days, and I I was pretty upset, and I did get over it. I decided to post it because, I mean, things are going to happen that you don't want, that you don't plan for, or that you didn't expect, or that you should have expected but you didn't, or for whatever reason, things are going to happen that you're not real thrilled with. Not just in this lifestyle, or if that's what you want to call this, in life in general, things happen, and it's part of life. It's part of the great adventure of life. And sorry, I'm trying to get this to where it's not just showing my eyeballs. And how you deal with it, well, you either ignore it completely, or you get upset over it like I did and think the world is going to end because everybody didn't agree with your way of thinking, or you figure out how to work around it. You come with solutions. You get over your fear and you do something about it. I realized my epiphany that I had just today, so it's been 2.5 days for me to come to this. I was sitting here having coffee, and it just occurred to me that the reason I got so shook up was because it was interfering with my belief that I was a wild and crazy woman living free no matter what anybody thought, and I'm free to do what I want. As long as it's in my little safe little town. And as soon as they threatened that, I felt lost. And the idea of going and having to stay in any place other than my cute little old town, which is I was raised in and I feel safe in, just scared me to death. So it was fear that got me so shook up. And but it, as often things do, they push you to get outside of your, get, how do you say it? Well, get outside your comfort zone, but get out of your own way. It pushes you to get out of your own way. You have to come up with a solution. So anyway, I was thinking, oh my god, I gotta go some other town, I'm going to be in some, I think I even said it in the video, dark little corner. That's, what the heck, Mitzi, come on. I've lived all over the place. I mean, I traveled a lot when my kids were small, and I just dragged them with me. I lived in Florida 6 different times. Because I love Florida. I kept trying to go back, and it couldn't have stayed till I couldn't afford it anymore, and then I'd go someplace else. I've lived in North Carolina, Tennessee, Illinois, Missouri. I mean, I just traveled all over the place. Well, not all over the place. It was always kind of east of the Mississippi, mostly. Never went out west. But, yeah, I got older and I kind of became a hermit. I got a job where I worked at home. Didn't have to leave the house. Let my driver's license expire because my eyes were messed up, and put off getting my eyes fixed. And became a hermit. I left the house twice a month, basically, because I had to go into work twice a month. Other than that, I worked at home. And I let my son go to the store for me because he'd walk to the store because we didn't have a car, and I couldn't walk. And I didn't realize how unsocial I became. But anyway, I kind of, as usual, getting off the topic. So anyway, it was fair. So the first, that Tuesday night, we had tornado warnings and real bad weather coming in, and I used that as an excuse to not leave town, and I stayed on my son's futon in his trailer. And I thought, well, if it really does hit, I'll be here to help both of us go to a safer place. So I stayed there. And then yesterday I had to find another place to stay other than my little safe little town. And a friend said something about rest areas being close to town, and that didn't even occur to me. And so I drove out, he drove out with me and showed me, and it's not that far, you know, it's a rest area off the highway. And I always thought of them as not being safe, but this one had 24-hour attendance, and it had showers. It was real nice inside. The bathrooms were spotless. I mean, it was kept up really nice, and there were people walking around emptying trash. And so I decided to try that out, and it went fine. The only thing that didn't go great, of course, again, was it was 77 degrees last night. It was so hot. And I'm getting braver, but I ain't brave enough to sleep with all my windows down so that I can get a breeze. So I tried the new fan that my son gave me, and it works, but it's not a solution. So got up this morning feeling better, and kept going away from town. Kept going down the highway further away from my hometown. And thought, well, you know, I might as well see what's going on. I don't really have any more obligations in town till next Wednesday, and it's Toys Day. So I got time. What the hell? And so I got this far, which was, oh gosh, I don't know. I'm not far. I'm maybe 30 miles from my town. And it said there was a Casey's here, and I've got a Casey's coffee mug that you can refill a lot cheaper because it's a Casey's. So I thought, well, Casey's, I'm going to Casey's. So I pulled off, and this cute little town, and I found Casey's, and I looked on Google to see if there was a park and near me, and there was one like less than a mile away from Casey's, and it was not. It was a square. It wasn't a park. They called it a park. They called it Fireman's Park. It had a nice name, a nice ring to it. But yeah, so I just headed back towards the little town and pulled into a where is it? CVS Pharmacy parking lot, and figured I'd sit here and have my coffee. I bought a donut, Casey's. I love donuts, and so now I'm gonna keep going and see where it takes me. I think I'm headed towards Springfield, Illinois. That's where this highway takes you, to Springfield, and then whatever the hell's up there. It takes you north, so what the hell. Maybe I will cool off if I keep going, but it's I feel much better. I didn't want to leave my town. I mean, even when I stayed at a truck stop when I went and saw my son, but I, it was different. It was different. And I had lived in that city before. I had lived in Springfield, Missouri. I had one of my kids in Springfield, Missouri. So, you know. Anyway, I'm rambling again, but I just want to let everybody know I'm better, and I decided to post it because shit happens. You know, this isn't a Hallmark movie, and I ain't putting that down because I get addicted to those, especially around Christmas time. I love Hallmark movies, but this is real life. It's not a Hallmark movie. So you're going to have some bad moments. Just the trick is don't let it end your journey. I mean, don't let a stupid little thing. I know I keep saying stupid little problems, but I mean it really is. Okay, now there's people everywhere, so I guess I'm gonna go. And have a good day. Follow your bliss. Don't let things get in the way, or let them get in the way, and learn how to push them out of the way. Take care.